Day baseball coming on a Sunday afternoon from Tropicana Field. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Blake Snell gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Matt, the last 3 games been a bit of a struggle, and you wonder why. Well, you look at the base runners. He's allowing a lot of traffic on the bases, and so for that, I look at one number, his whip. It's over 1.5. He's got to get that down if he wants a chance to win games.
Leading off the afternoon for
Coming
Boston,
to the plate now, Xander Bogaerts. First shot for him here as he comes in currently leading the junior circuit in hitting. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. And Harold, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, Matt, they're going through a little bit of a skid right now. Not playing real well, but you kind of expect that. But you look for something to ignite them, to pull it out of it, win a game, and just really, this is when you really have to think about one game at a time to pull you out of it.
And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. HR, how do they go about completing the sweep on the road?
Well, one thing we know about this team, they're not going to steal. They do not steal. They're last in the league. So what are they going to do? They're going to rock and sock you. They're going to try to swing from their heels. They have to drive the ball out of the ballpark if they want to win. So we're going to see some big swings from this club.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, another base hit from him, and I tell you what, he's been impressive on this road trip. He's making a huge impact not only on his team, but on the team that he is facing.
Jr.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, as he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. The numbers, 282 to start play, 7 homers, and he's driven in 24. Here's the pitch. Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Has a look, now the pitch. A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Stepping into the box, Hanley Ramirez. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First pitch on its way. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Now the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kiermaier on the run. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Nothing in the first for Boston. Tampa Bay coming up. You're watching MLB Network. Stephen Wright will be the starter for the Bo Sox in this contest. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, what's impressed me looking at his numbers was left-handed hitters are hitting under 200 against him this season. So when he's looking for ways to get out of jams, he's hoping a lefty comes up because their numbers are struggling against him.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
And leading off for the Rays, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon, HR. Well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, this is a really good club. I mean, here we are the second half of the year. They're already leading the division, but now they're starting to open up a lead. It looks like it's almost like the quarter horse that you know is going to win this race, and he starts to pour it on to embarrass everybody. They're smelling the finish line right now.
And he struck him out. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
You know, Corey Dickerson is the guy that's looking to turn it around right now. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run. And as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
Stepping in, Matt Duffy. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. On the corner at the knees, 0-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Castillo going back on it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Designated hitter, Corey Dickerson.
In now, Corey Dickerson. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. Here's the pitch. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys? Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
2 out, nobody on. Popped high in the air. Johnson is there for it. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. Still no score. At the plate, Jake Lamb. Power is a big part of his game, of course, entering the contest 5th in the American League home run race.
Lamb.
Here's the first pitch to him. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Well, let's take a look at the Rays defense, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking out there in the outfield at Kevin Kiermaier. This guy can go get them, make all the throws. That's why at one point in time he was considered the best defender of all the positions in baseball.
So striding forward for his first opportunity, Chris Johnson, as he's been in a pretty good stretch over the last 10 or so ball games. Into the windup and the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Well, that was an awful late swing on a curveball. One of two things. He either didn't pick it up or he was sitting curveball and had his mind made up that he was going to swing, and the break broke before he expected it.
Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
Here's Chris Young. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 10 home runs. That average for him up in the 360s now. 18 driven in. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
This has been a remarkable start to the game. You talk about pitch count. Now, he only threw 9 pitches in the first inning, and here he is with another chance in the second inning to go single digits again. He's set up pretty good to go deep in this game.
And he misses there. 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Line toward right center. Souza is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. When we come back, Evan Longoria will start things off. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. His career numbers against Stephen Wright, 1 for 6. He also has 1 home run. Here comes the first pitch. There's a knuckleball that dances right over the outside corner for a strike.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Grounded to the right. There is Pedroia. No problem here. 1 away.
Okay, let's take a look at the defense for the Boston Red Sox. Brought to you by Majestic. I'm looking down there at Xander Bogaerts, and watching him work early tells me why he's become such a good defender in the big leagues. He's out here 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon going through his routine, making sure he catches the ball and makes all the plays.
Into the box, Colby Rasmus. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. And he takes strike 2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. As he'll watch a knuckleball that dances its way in there for strike 1. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bradley has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from St. Pete, Florida. Nice look there at nearby Clearwater. Striding forward, Jared Saltalamacchia. And he's swinging a pretty hot bat coming in. Hits in each of his last 7 games. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Well, that's such a great pitch for the pitcher. It's so hard to lay off a changeup when you're looking for the fastball on the first pitch, and clearly he was looking fastball.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, he clearly read the scouting report. This guy's been sizzling hot, and look at how careful he's been pitching him.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
Shot back up the middle. And that is just past his outstretched glove, and that ought to be a base hit.
Well, Matt, that's his 8th game with that hit right there. 8 games in a row he's swinging the bat. We've been watching him over this week, just scorching.
At the plate, Rusney Castillo. He carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. He's set, and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The 0-1 on its way. Tapper up the line. And Longoria is going to make sure this one stays foul. A runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a liner. But this is going to get foul.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
The next 0-2. And he just barely makes contact there as this is fouled at the plate, and it remains 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Red Sox go down quietly. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Now at the plate, Sean Rodriguez. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Knuckleball upstairs. Dangerous pitch taken for a strike. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And another foul ball. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here comes another 0-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play. Now at the plate, Steven Souza, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. First pitch on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Jim Beckham.
So stepping in, Tim Beckham. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Into the windup and the pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Finally, a take. No, seriously. That's the first pitch they've taken the entire game.
And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. 1-2. Bottom of inning number 3. 0-0 our score. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Rays. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Back with and Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Dustin Pedroia settles in to get the inning underway. First delivery to him on the way. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And a swing and a miss that time by Pedroia as he finds himself in an 0-2 hole now. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And he got him. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Into the box now, Jackie Bradley Jr. Sliced down the left side, but foul. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Ramos gathers it, and the throw is in time. Bradley is retired, 2 down now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Hanley Ramirez comes into this at-bat 0-for-1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Smoked on the ground left side, and Ramirez is aboard, hits a base hit. So that extends the inning and gives Jake Lamb an opportunity with 2 out.
Well, that's a first pitch single. Maybe they got to get a little more aggressive. He's dominated them early in counts and throughout the whole game. Maybe they've changed their game plan. We'll see. Are they going to be aggressive or continue to be passive?
Jake Lamb standing in now. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Ready for another chance? Kevin Kiermaier back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Young going back at the track, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. And the Rays are off to a fast start in the inning. A leadoff triple. Striding in once again, Matt Duffy. 0-for-1 for him here in this one.
Duffy.
And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
Well, this is what they didn't do yesterday. Execute with runners in scoring position. So now you got a chance. Here it is already in this ball game. You got a guy sitting there in scoring position. Drive him in, execute, and you jump away from yesterday's loss.
0-1. Here's the pitch. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Ready on 0-2. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. And Pedroia looks this one in for out number 1.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Corey Dickerson.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Dickerson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. No score here, but a potential run is 90 feet away with one gone. In the dirt, but Saltalamacchia is there to smother it. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. There to get it is Pedroia. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Hey, that's good hitting right there. Put the ball in play and let the guy trot home from third to put your team on the board. Good baseball.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Evan Longoria. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Into the windup and the pitch. And an annoying knuckleball ping-ponging past a swing for a strike.
I like the fact that they're swinging early in the count and they're really aggressive right now early in this game. But there will come a time you got to be patient. If you're swinging the strikes, that's one thing, but make him work a little bit.
Now the 0-1. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Again, he sends it out of play. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 1 run, 1 hit. Here's Chris Johnson now. Comes
Leading
into
off
this
for
at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Chris
First
Johnson.
delivery to him on the way. Liner toward right center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit and a reaching effort, but this ball gets by him as he does a half gainer to try to flag it down. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of role they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Here's Chris Young. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-2 home. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. He's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
The catcher Jared Saltalamacchia is in now. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss and a ball down.
Well, that's 2 strikes at the knees, and now you find yourself 0-2. I tell you, he's throwing the ball so well, you got to set your sights down low and look for any pitch down.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And a swing and a chance for Longoria at third. On to first, and Saltalamacchia grounds out here, 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Rusney Castillo.
At the plate, Rusney Castillo. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Well, he got a high strike on a fastball right there. That's pretty unusual. Usually early in the count, you're going to see a guy work down in the zone. That high fastball, usually the put-away pitch with 2 strikes. He pitched him backwards right here.
Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 4th home run for him on the season, and the Red Sox move in front. It's 2-1.
It's almost a shame because he was pitching a gem today, at least until he served up this 2-run shot. Just goes to show 1 pitch, 1 swing is all it takes to change a pitcher's entire day.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Pitch on the way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
You know, I think that off-speed pitch fooled him a little bit, but not enough. He was able to hold back.
Up high. 2-1 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. But the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. Halfway home here from Tropicana Field. It's a 2-1 Boston advantage. In, Colby Rasmus. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Left fielder, Colby Rasmus.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Here it comes. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point. Standing in, Wilson Ramos. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. There's a knuckleball over the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a high pop-up. Right is there for it. 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Sean
Digging
Rodriguez.
in, Sean Rodriguez. First time up, he went down looking. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looks at a knuckleball that finds the bottom of the strike zone.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And now the knuckleball in there. Strike 3 called, and the side is retired. Rays go in order 1, 2, 3. They're down 2-1. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike 1 becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at bat.
And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1. And the pitch. And the 1-1 is in the air now, out to center. Kiermaier is there, and he has it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 19, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Ready for another shot now, Jackie Bradley Jr. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. A changeup over the inside corner. The pitch. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. They still lead it 2-1. Ready for another chance? Steven Souza. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Into the windup and the pitch. There's a knuckleball that finds the highest part of the zone. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And boy, well hit, but out of play into the stands in deep right. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Tim Beckham.
Striding in once again, Tim Beckham comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Bounced slowly back toward the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down. So he's
Now
just
batting,
a third of an inning away from putting
fielder,
up another 0
Kevin
as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. Kevin Kiermaier is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Young is there. And that retires the side. Down in order go the Rays. They still trail it here 2-1. Back here at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Jake Lamb standing in now. He'll start the 7th. And Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game. That's for sure. That was a good pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at bat. It's 0-2 now.
This is exactly what they didn't want. Leading off an inning, and he goes up and he's swinging at everything. His balls aren't even close. He's got to make him work a little bit.
And this is going to be a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Digging in to try it again. Chris Johnson. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Now a swing and a fly ball. Souza on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Now batting, center fielder, Chris Young.
Digging in once again, Chris Young. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. The windup and the 0-1. Way in front of that fastball.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and the big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So nothing happening this time around. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Boston's out in front, 2-1. Ready once again, Matt Duffy. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
The shortstop, Matt Duffy.
Into the windup and the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Now here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Young is there. He's got it one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Corey Dickerson.
Now batting, Corey Dickerson. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now another 1-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Castillo is after it. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So a solo shot down the line in left. Home run number 16 for him on the year as the Rays have come back to tie things at 2.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Evan Longoria.
Now the 0-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Now a swing and another ball that I believe will find its way into the seats. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 home. Knuckleball, and he can't pull the trigger. It's a called strike 3 for out number 2.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Into the box, Colby Rasmus. As he'll watch a knuckleball that finds the zone for strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And this will be fouled away. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Here's another 0-2. Bounced weakly near the plate, but it gets foul. Now another 0-2. Hit hard towards the hole. Pedroia fields it cleanly. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. But the Rays are able to knot things up on the solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Brad Boxberger coming from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Brad Boxberger.
Jared Saltalamacchia will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Nope.
And that misses 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Well, look there at the numbers for our 2 starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. Digging in and looking for more, Rusney Castillo. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. First offering on its way. Hit on the ground out to short. Backhanded. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Well, an infield single. That's a tough play for the shortstop. Deep in the hole. Fields it. He's got to put something on it and get it accurately across the diamond. That's a tough play, no doubt.
In now, Xander Bogaerts. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate.
Tell you what, this is the wrong guy to float around with. He's been swinging about really good in this series, and he hasn't got a hit in this game yet. But I'm going to tell you what, I wouldn't mess with him.
Ready with the 0-1. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Oh, and it falls as he can't make the play. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And this pitch is swung on and missed, and the AL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, 2 away. Not a lot of offense to go around, but a very tightly contested ball game. 2-2 our score here in the 8th, as it's starting to look more like 1 run may be enough to win this one. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dustin Pedroia. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. One left for the Red Sox. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Digging in, Wilson Ramos. He'll step in, trying to do something about this 2-2 tie.
Wilson
in there at the knees, strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. 1-1. Here it comes. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Sean Rodriguez.
Now in the box, Sean Rodriguez. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a knuckleball bobbing and weaving right over the outside corner. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
And he sends it the other way toward right center. Chasing after it is Young, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he is into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Standing in, Steven Souza. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Doug Clark will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 6, Doug Clark.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. He's got that batting average even at a point where even a 1 for 5 will gain him some points. 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
The 0-2 once more. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Bouncer down the line, but that one rolls foul.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Bogarts ranging into the outfield, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Weak roller right side. On to first, and the Rays are kept off the scoreboard here as the side is retired. Rays strand a pair. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Doug Clark will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Second base, number 6, Doug Clark.
Settling in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fouled back. Here it comes on 0-2. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Ramos has got it. The throw down to first, 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Boy, that pitch looks so good when you're hitting, but you're not going to catch up to it. I think pitchers should use that more often. A high fastball in the eyes, they would never catch up to it.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Jake Lamb standing in now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike 1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Kiermaier will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Score remains 2-2. Now at the plate, Matt Duffy. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the 9th.
The shortstop, number 5.
Popped up. Johnson is there for it. 1 out.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter,
Trying to pick.
Corey Dickerson. Your attention,
Here comes
please.
Sox manager
Now
John
pitching for
Farrell
the Red
on his
Sox,
way out to the mound.
Number 46.
And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Stepping into the box, Evan Longoria. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Danny Farquhar takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. Skied into straightaway right. Souza is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Chris Young.
Here's Chris Young. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a line drive, but this is going to get foul. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
Now batting,
the catcher Jared Saltalamacchia is in now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is going to be a foul ball. And Saltalamacchia swings right through that one as he's in the hole now, down 0-2.
Well, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now, because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it. So coming to the plate, Colby Rasmus. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Colby Rasmus.
From the stretch. A fastball that finds the outside corner. And this will be fouled away.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
The catcher,
here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. And in previous meetings with Craig Kimbrell, he's gone just 2 for 15. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
Sean Rodriguez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More to come on. Ready for another shot now. Rusney Castillo. He'll kick things off here in the 11th.
Castillo.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Weak grounder back to the mound. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Well, it's late in the game, but I tell you what, a leadoff single, that's what you want to start the late innings. Now it sets you up to be able to manufacture or do some things and maybe get that run home.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Here's the first pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Well, Matt, he's already got 2 strikeouts. He's really struggling. Right there tells us how bad. You got 2 strikeouts. You go up there and you swing the ball out of the zone. He's not seeing anything right now.
The 0-1. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Wow, that's a little bit of a surprise. You don't see too many ugly swings from him. He's having such a great year. You think he's on most things all the time.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Grounded to short. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
This guy's such a good hitter. I get the feeling even when he's down 0-2 in the count like he was here, he's still actually ahead of the count when he's facing anybody.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. First and second here with nobody out. On the ground to the left side. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. And the go-ahead run will move up to third and wisely hold there with nobody out.
Jackie Bradley Jr.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
And this will be taken in by Longoria for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Hanley Ramirez.
Ready once again, Hanley Ramirez. He went down on strikes last time up. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now. Riding in once again, Jake Lamb, 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. But this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. Red Sox leave them loaded. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Ready for another chance? Steven Souza. He reached on a fielder's choice previously.
Right fielder, Steven Souza.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Now the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Doug Clark.
Digging in for his second at bat, Doug Clark. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Hit on the ground to short. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Digging in to try it again, Kevin Kiermaier. He was a ground out victim last time up. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
He's really throwing the ball well in this game, and the thing to me that stands out is that 2-seamer. He's got great movement.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Down in order go the Rays. Score remains 2-2. Corey Rasmus gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Corey Rasmus.
Here's Chris Johnson now. He'll lead things off now as we play inning number 12.
Chris Johnson.
And this is fouled back and out of play. This ball will be chopped foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. A pause, and the 0-2. Liner towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Now batting.
Now programming note to pass along. Those of you tuning in to see our afternoon aerobics show Get Fit with Eddie Cram. Unfortunately, due to the length of the game, that show will not be seen today. Ladies, we apologize. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. First offering on its way. Chris Young comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. High pop-up. Calling for it, Rodriguez. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Jared Satalamakia.
Digging in once again, Jared Saltalamacchia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. The 0-1. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Grassman is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Still, one run can win this thing as we move ahead to the bottom of inning number 12. And we are tied 2-2. Ready now, Matt Duffy, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Here's the pitch. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And strike 3 called on a fastball that looked inside from here, but that's out number 1.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Corey Dickerson. And in previous meetings with Craig Kimbrell, he's 0-for-9. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Way out in front.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
He froze him on the fastball there. Corey Dickerson becomes out number 2 this inning. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Lamb is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Now at the plate, Rusney Castillo. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. In the air, down the left field line and deep. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
You can see that he was all over that pitch, yanking it down the line. They're lucky that thing bounced over the fence, because if it would have got lost in the corner out there, there's no telling how far he could have gotten.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. The swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield. Rodriguez is under it, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting number 15, second baseman Dustin Pedroia.
Runner at second, 1 away, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. Into the box, Jackie Bradley Jr. Been a really tough one on him. Already wearing the golden sombrero with 4 strikeouts. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, he got him to chase a fastball right there off the plate. He's such a good hitter. You don't see him chasing out of the zone very often. That just tells me the pitcher's got pretty good stuff.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
In a big spot like this, you have to be looking for something you can handle. That pitch bunched him up completely, so I think he's trying to do a little bit too much right now.
Hit hard to the right. Foul. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Whoa, right back at him, and it hit him. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Hey, not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping up now, Hanley Ramirez, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. Here's the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The 0-1. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Second and third, 2 away. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Yet another shot to end it right here as we move on to the home half of the inning. And we are tied 2-2. Now at the plate, Colby Rasmus. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Now here it comes. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And this is fouled back and out of play. Another 1-2 delivery. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Pedroia looks this one in for out number 1.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Inside, looked like the knuckle curve. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. Hit on the ground to short. Bogarts has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Sean Rodriguez.
Now at the plate, Sean Rodriguez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Tyler Thornburg will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season.
Tyler Thornburg.
Big curveball right down the middle for strike number 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Nothing doing here this half. Hang with us. Stepping into the box, Jake Lamb. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side.
Tell you, Matt, I get excited when I see that. I don't understand why more guys don't do it. They're shifted over to one side. You just take the ball and shoot it to left field like he did right there. That was pretty.
Here's the first pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. The 0-1. This is line to left. Rasmus is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Center fielder, Chris Young.
So striding forward now, Chris Young trying to avoid the dreaded hat trick here. He's 0 for 5 all told. Here's the first pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 0-1. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? The second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. So coming to the plate, Steven Souza struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Skied into very shallow right. Bradley is there. 1 down.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, Doug Clark.
In now, Doug Clark. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. In there, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Well, Matt, he's been struggling, and they're coming right after him. He finds himself once again in an 0-2 count.
Now a bouncing ball hit to Pedroia at second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for Tampa Bay, center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Just a tick behind for a strike. Fastball called for strike 2. And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with another 0-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Xavier Cedeno gets to pitch in this one after all, as he answers the call in the 15th inning.
Xavier Cedeno.
Jared Saltalamacchia will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Oh, and he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump
Now
ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone.
Castillo.
Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Standing in now, Rusney Castillo. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Digging in, Xander Bogaerts. He got under one and popped out his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. Now the 0-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Rodriguez in foul ground makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Red Sox, and this game is still tied at 2-2. So striding in, Matt Duffy. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to.
Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 0-1 on its way. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the 1st out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Corey Dickerson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Dickerson.
In there, no balls and a strike. 1 out, no. Strike 2.
He got 2 pitches that were up that were very hittable, and he just couldn't pull the trigger. It's one thing if you take 1 pitch, but to take him twice, I don't know where his concentration is right now, Matt.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Fouled back.
That is too good a pitch to make right there with 2 strikes. But he fouled it off. Now you got to stay aggressive and go get him again.
He'll try again, 1-2. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Striding into the box, Evan Longoria. He could use a hit here. 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. And Ben, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And Longoria swings right through that one as he's behind 0-2 now.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. Down in order go the Rays. Score remains. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now.
Dustin Pedroia.
Now look out as this is whistled foul off to the right side. The 0-1 pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to third. Longoria's got it. A quick out number 1.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Ready for another chance? Jackie Bradley Jr. looking to finally get into the hit column here. No luck in 6 tries so far. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Hit to first. Rodriguez gloves it and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Hanley Ramirez.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. He went down on strikes last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rasmus has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Digging in once again, Colby Rasmus. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. A wave and a miss. A tick behind a good fastball. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
And yet another foul ball here as this finds the seats, and the count will remain at 0-2.
That's a good pitch right there, right on the corner with the fastball. Good job to foul the way with 2 strikes, though.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position. And just like that, the winning run is into second base with a lead-off double.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
And a good decision there to sweep this away in foul territory and make him try it again. Now a bunt attempt here, and he'll just scoop this away to make sure it stays foul. So we'll see if they keep the bunt on here with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Stepping in now, Sean Rodriguez, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Oh, and this is lined into center field. It's down for a base hit. Now a long throw home. And at long last, the winning run is across to score.
Well, that at-bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene, and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really stood out to me in this one, guys. Absolutely electric stuff on the mound, and he racked up 10 strikeouts because of it. Solid performance as he leads his guys to victory.